that says Ron.
Hello!
I would assume that means yeah.
I am Tara, the author of the Dining on a Dime cookbook. You can eat better, spend less. We have real food that your picky family will eat right here.
Especially today.
Just got a testimony about how a lady has had the book for 15 years and her kids grew up on it.
Oh, that was a great story. I remember that.
And I was like, well, I guess my kids grew up on it too, and now I feel really old. Especially since our kids are starting to move out here pretty soon. So, Dad's crying, Mom's not.
Actually, Dad says boo-hoo
Mom's like,
and
let
yay.
me help you pack the boxes.
Dad's like boo-hoo and yay at the same time.
So today we are making fry bread, Navajo tacos,
Yum,
Indian
yum,
fry
yum.
bread, whatever it is you want to call it. When I lived in Wichita, the Indian Center would make these like every Saturday or Wednesday or both. I can't remember. They made them all the time. And so this was a recipe that the Wichita Indian Center used to use all the time. I don't know if it's Navajo. I don't know if it's not.
But that's what they call it.
Doesn't really matter. I ain't gonna get politically correct. Call it whatever you want.
Like just tacos.
This is what I know it as. So, okay? Alright, so, David, this is boiling, so. Okay. So, we are making the Navajo fry bread, and then we're gonna talk about 5 ways to save on your grocery bill, okay? Alright, so, to get going on this recipe, we are on page 273 if you're following along in your Dining on a Dime cookbook, which is back ordered until September 1st, although we have them in the garage.
We're just not sure if they're shippable.
We're not sure if they're shippable because when the guy drove up today, he opened the back of the truck and the books were completely, one pallet of books had completely fallen all over the back of the truck. And then
It was
this right here, can you guys see that? That is the good pallet, supposedly, of books that they did not package very well.
It's not even
Either. So
Actually, Dave and I had to help. It was about to fall off the truck and smashing.
I was videotaping it all because the poor guys, the pallets broke. They couldn't get it off the truck. It started coming down on top of one of the guys. So Mike and Dave thankfully went over there really quick.
Well, I was torn between we need to get underneath it and help him hold it up so he doesn't get squished, and are we all going to get squished together?
Are we all going to kill ourselves? So you guys like my new little terracotta measuring cups Mom got me for my birthday, which was so nice, which, by the way, I have birthday cards. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Okay, so we got our flour in, and we have our salt, because the world needs more salt, people. And then look at my cute new little measuring spoons that Mom got me. Aren't those cute?
That's too low.
There.
Hi. No! Here. Gotta get this perfect. There we go. Oh, everybody's saying so glad to see us back.
Isn't that cute? Okay, so that's the measuring spoons. I am halving the recipe because we've only got 4 people home tonight. And I don't eat gluten, so we are just doing a half recipe today.
Wait,
so
is BJ gonna say it?
Although I should have made it double or regular because then we could have done cinnamon, but that's okay. Alright, so now look at this cute little measuring cup Mom got me too. Blessed beyond measure. Isn't that cute? Okay. And I just dumped the whole thing in there, and I did not mean to do that. Okay, so now we're making a full batch.
I don't mind. These are awesome.
Fry bread.
You me to see what's beeping in the oven?
No.
Okay.
And now I've actually lost count of my flour, so...
Yes, Elizabeth. Elizabeth says this fry bread is also great with cinnamon and sugar or honey. Yes.
Yes, and when we have leftover, that's what we do. We add the cinnamon and sugar and honey. So that is how we make yummy goodness.
Lots of people saying we were missed.
Oh, good. Thank you, guys. It's good to know that we were missed. Okay, so now we're going to stir this all together. Now, I usually put the 4 cups of flour in and then add the half cup to see how sticky it's going to be at the end. If it's super sticky, then I just go ahead and add the half cup. If it's not, then I just sprinkle in a little bit. So then you want to knead your dough here. Okay. Oh dear. All right.
Let's see if I can get
So here we go. Get that kneaded in just a little bit more. It's just a little bit too sticky. I put about 4 1/4 in for this one.
Wait, soybeans?
Is everything okay?
Dude.
She just forgot.
That we were live.
Since we've been gone for so long.
What, Dave?
Are you gonna fry these like sopapillas?
Yep.
Sandra says, love the measuring
Okay.
cups.
Aren't they cute? Okay. So now we're gonna roll this out.
You should make one sopapilla since you made extra butter.
We will do that for you,
Yay.
Dave, because
Oh.
I love you.
Catherine said, made my first live.
Yay!
Yay.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Okay. So then you're gonna roll these out into little little circles, or as close to get it. Let me wash my hands here just a second to get the dough off.
Uh-oh, Jan said you put the salt in twice.
No, I didn't. I was halving the recipe at the first.
Oh, that's right.
And I forgot and actually accidentally put the full amount of water. So that's okay. Then poke a hole in the middle. There you go. And then I forgot my handy dandy.
Sorry guys, I can't zoom in much more.
Where did my thermometer go? Actually, hold on. Let me see. Is my thermometer down here?
Are you talking about your shooting one? Your point
Yeah,
and shoot?
the point and shoot. I have not been home for so long. It's okay. All right.
I
Well.
thought it was down there.
Wait, is this it? No. Okay, well, I lost my thermometer, so we're going to give it a try here. All right, are you stuck? You're stuck on the stool.
Oh my.
Okay, here, let's go ahead and get this on camera. Can we
Mother-
get down?
Then they're going to reveal that Mike's only wearing his socks for the
Hang on.
show.
Hold on.
You're really stuck.
It's
Wait,
like
solutions. Solutions.
Now you're not wearing it.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
See, now people know that I don't wear my shoes.
and a little comic relief, huh? Okay, so see how that's sizzling? That's beautiful. That's exactly how you want it. Now,
how did you do that?
if you have the thermometer, it's 375. I forgot to get my thermometer, so that's okay.
Should I keep it on the taco?
Yeah. So see how it's starting to poof up? So see, guys, it wasn't even 5 minutes to mix up the dough. And then I have the hamburger right here that's half hamburger, half turkey, just because I needed to use it up. And that is going to go on top.
If you're just joining us, we're making our Navajo fry bread tacos.
Yep. And then, you guys like my mug? Here you go.
Getting
Yeah,
lots of
man.
help.
Lift it up just a little bit. There you go.
The
That's enough.
Phantom of the Opera is there.
Which is actually a really good play. Was it a play?
We actually
Yes.
saw it
Play.
in London.
We got to see it in
I
London.
wasn't sure if it's a play or a musical.
One of the highlights of our trip.
Like,
Okay, then when it gets golden on one side, flip it over.
Crystal said I've come in late to see Mike fighting with the stool. It's been a very interesting day.
Oh my goodness, this
Like the
day.
sleepy scene.
The Lord is working because Satan has been trying to do everything in his power today to keep us from moving forward. But you know what? We are more than conquerors and we are moving forward, are we not, dear?
Yes.
So, okay.
So, just as a refresher, we are making the Navajo fry bread tacos. They are amazing. We've loved them. It's one of our family's probably top 5 favorite recipes.
Yeah, probably.
And
what I do to make it gluten-free is I just don't eat the dough. I just make a salad for the family, so we still all eat the same thing. Hello.
Janelle's on. Hi, Janelle.
Janelle, our assistant, Janelle.
Yep.
This is fry bread.
Fry bread?
Yes.
So,
Okay, so then you let it drain, just like so. And I'll show you the 2 ways. Yes, I'll show you the 2 ways that we serve it, okay? Now, I let my oil heat back up just a minute because if it gets too cool when you're frying, then it won't puff up, okay? So, just let it just like 30 seconds. See how it's sizzling again? Okay, so then you're gonna add your hamburger.
wow, you're getting lots of.
I put it on a paper towel just to drain it.
You're getting lots of comments about your voice being awesome, and never
Oh.
knew you had such a nice voice, Tara.
Thank you. Actually, I sang in my former life. Actually, that's all I did in high school was sing. Yes.
Oh, Jesse
Okay.
wants to know, what is the hole for?
The hole keeps it from
Exploding.
poofing. Well, exploding. Okay, sure, Dave.
Make it
Keeps it
dramatic for the clicks. Okay.
keeps it from getting too poofy in the middle, and then the steam can escape and it doesn't like accidentally explode on you and you have oil and all kinds of hot steam, and yeah, that's not good. Okay, so we've got that, and then we have the cheese, and then if you want sour cream, you can put sour cream. We just do salsa or tomatoes if you want, however you want to do it.
Someone asked if this is like a flatbread. Not really, because it's
It's-
puffs.
It's similar to a flatbread, but it is a little bit puffier. So yeah, okay. And then we're gonna cut up some lettuce here. This meal takes like maybe 20 minutes for 4 people. Really super quick. Actually, I do it in 15 minutes, but you know, people yell at me when I say it do it that quick, but I do. So, and then I just have them all rolled out, have everything chopped up.
She's in her
That's
apron,
a
loves your
taco?
apron.
Thank you. I'm going to tell you about my apron. So, isn't that beautiful,
Oh,
guys?
that looks awesome.
Taco.
Dave, can you have me
Wait.
another plate?
So I'm confused. Is a taco just anything that has hamburger and
Pretty much, yeah.
lettuce? You want me to zoom out first?
Yeah, hand me a plate too.
Yeah.
Actually, and this is better than just regular tacos, for sure.
Yeah, it's super, super good. Yes.
Yeah, I'll just set it
Thank you. All right, so
Who's that, Mom? It's all good, Mike. We Canadians generally don't wear shoes in the house. Awesome.
actually nobody in England or Norway or
Yeah.
Scotland do either.
When
Yeah.
we were in UK and in Ireland, everybody was asking us to take off shoes when we come in, and we're like, okay.
But I have a funny story about the shoe thing. Let me show you how I make the rest of the Navajo taco here. So
Oh,
take
sugar,
cinnamon
yeah.
and sugar pre-mixed,
Oh, okay.
sprinkle it on top. Okay, and then take your honey
Pour it down.
and go all over, and then you have dessert fry bread
Or
Yum.
well,
right there.
Not
It's
really
not quite
sopapillas.
sopapillas. Sopapillas are
Sopapillas
made with yeast.
poofier.
All right, so there's our 2 guys. I mean, I know that was super fast, which is why we're going to talk about saving on groceries, but really, Dining on a Dime Cookbook, guys, page 273, right there, right there, right there, page 273.
How much is the cookbook? $24.95.
$24.95.
Plus shipping. If you're in the U.S., I think it's just
Yep.
$5.
Yes.
If you're not in the
Let
U.S.,
this cool just a
it's
minute.
more for the shipping.
Yeah, Canada is $15 shipping, and Europe and Australia is $21. Okay. Yep. Okay, dear, you ready? Oh dear, I think I got way too big of a bite. Take half of a bite. Or all of a bite.
Can I try some of that too?
Okay. What do you think?
Pretty good. Dummy.
Okay, so now this one's
Smells
super
delish.
hot. Hold on, let it cool for just a minute. Okay. Try that one. What do you think?
Great news, dear. Montana Mama. Hey guys, guess what? We're finally debt free.
Oh, good for you!
That is awesome. Doesn't it feel awesome?
Isn't it great?
That's what we want for everyone.
Oh, that's a hint for changes that are coming up for those of you who are wondering. So, here's the thing. We're talking about some big changes.
This is really, really, really good.
Real, Dad, it was 4 reallys good.
Can I have,
Really,
can I
really,
have all
really,
of it?
Wait, I thought it was 3.
Share some with Dave.
Really,
Oh, 3
really,
really goods, excuse me.
Can I-
but it
can
was
I have
worthy
the rest
of
of
4
it?
reallys.
You can
Yes,
have the
if
rest
Dave
of
wants
it.
some, split it with him.
Can you make me another one later?
Yes, I will.
Alright. You-
Okay, so our changes that we were talking about, we were working on them this week, and we decided we're going to launch our changes on September 9th. We realized that it's Labor Day coming up pretty soon, and so
That would be mistakes were made.
so our changes are going to be happening September 9th, for those of you wondering.
It's exciting.
And we're so excited, and we're really going to be, it's really, really major, and it's really, really not.
Are you telling any of your friends?
Have you mentioned the changes?
No, so don't mention anything because it's a surprise.
Oh, we're adding an elephant to the website.
We're adding an elephant to the website.
No, we're
He
just
gave it
buying one
away,
to keep in
Dad.
the house.
Yeah.
Oh, we're buying an elephant to add to the
It'll
show.
be the elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room. Oh my goodness, yeah.
Do Heidi and Janelle.
Dad jokes are back.
Yes, Heidi and Janelle know.
Oh.
Okay, so we are going to talk about 5 ways to save on grocery, and I'll probably throw in a few more because you guys know me. Any questions on the fry bread before we get to saving on groceries?
Well, a lot of people were mentioning that the hole in it makes it cook more evenly. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you said that, but
Yeah.
I knew that you thought
Yeah,
that.
and the inside, if you're not careful, it can poof and burst steam too. So
Heather said I went to a Hungarian festival. They made fry bread and put chopped garlic, sour cream, and salt on it, and it was different. That sounds good.
wow, that sounds weird, but it sounds good at
Sounds
the same
really
time.
good.
Yeah.
And you did say you make this gluten free sometimes? Oh, you didn't. Okay.
I said for me eating with the family
I
being
see.
gluten free, I make it into a salad and leave off the
Oh,
fried bread.
I see. I was wondering because I didn't
Yeah.
think that you could do that. And DeCorby says using all your money saving tips to pay for our debt free wedding and honeymoon this fall. Boom.
Good for you.
And you know what? Debt free weddings are the best kind
Yes.
because no reason to start your marriage off with debt.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We've been debt free since April, completely 100%. We were just talking last night that we haven't gotten the deed to the house yet, and we need to check that out. Mike said it takes up to 6 months. Seriously, people?
Well,
So,
they did
anyway.
send us a thing saying it's paid off, but we just haven't gotten the deed released yet.
So,
Jesse asked, is this recipe in the old book? Yes.
yes,
it is
Dining
in
on a
the-
Dime cookbook,
It's
page
in-
273 in the 20th anniversary edition, and I don't know what page in the old editions. We've got like 6 different editions now. So, okay, my apron, this is my Irish apron, even though it's by an English designer. I love Kath Kidston stuff. If you have any Kath Kidston stuff and you don't want it, you feel free to send me any of it. I will take any of it. P.O. Box 193, Meade, Colorado, 80542. Was that good? Do you think they noticed? So I got this, and I got a purse and a bag. This was only $15. Super happy. I wanted an apron. I wanted a Kath Kidston apron. My friend Sue, who's our viewer, her son lives down the road, but she lives in England, got me a wallet like this. Super cute. Probably my favorite store for the whole trip. was getting to go to Kath Kitson in Dublin. We almost died driving in Dublin to get there.
That's not an
That
exaggeration,
was
by the
horrid.
way.
Yeah, it was not an exaggeration. It was horrid.
Well, particularly, we were following Google's instructions, which we've learned is one of the
Don't do
mistakes
that.
were made.
Yeah.
And it led us through the super busy walking
Yeah.
mall area downtown in Dublin.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know we're sticking with today's show, but one person did ask for the peach thing that you made on Monday. Can you use canned?
Yes, I use canned all the time. And I forgot to mention that in the show, and I realized it at the end. I just drain all the juice off and use that in tea or in fruit juice. Just mix it with any other fruit juice you want. And just use the peaches.
So, Michael Outfleet, so sorry, I can't understand what she's saying. Is she saying cat kids? No, actually, it's...
Kath Kitson. Cathkidston.
So it's like
Go.
Kathy or Catherine
Yeah.
Kidston. Yeah.
Okay, so 5 tips to help you save on groceries. So we're going to start talking on groceries here. Now, one of the big ways, and Heidi and I just did a video on this, but I wanted to show you in real life what it looks like for me. Let's see, right before I needed to run, my friend Jamie's mom is needing some meals, and I need to go get some paper plates to put meals for her on that. And I happened to be walking through the store and saw bread right there, folks, right there, 25 cents.
What?
Yes, that's 25 cents.
What?
Now, normally bread is about $1.34 now at Walmart. This was at a Kroger store. I happened to pick up one of the little baskets, so I only got 7 loaves. Otherwise, I would have filled my cart completely with all that they had. Another example for stocking up. So this was unexpected. This is why I don't shop with a grocery list. Because if this wasn't on my grocery list, I would have missed out on saving over $1.10 for each loaf of bread. Now, the next one is, why is my phone not rotating? Oh well, okay. Next one was, did you guys check Instagram for my deals, guys? I am putting all my deals on Instagram. Right here, I got cereal last week. 50 cents a box for Cheerios.
It's difficult to see. Yeah, we should have.
Can they see it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We should have put these on OBS.
Well, I know, but Dad was breaking down from the books and everything else, so Dad did not have time to put it on there. So you can see I've got over 100 boxes of cereal now. This will last us. The expiration date is a year and a half. We will eat 100 boxes of cereal in a year and a half, easy. We go through 1 to 2 boxes a week. My go-to when I'm not feeling good, breakfast, whatever. Cheerios is a good, healthy breakfast. It's no different than eating oatmeal. If you're gonna eat a pan of oatmeal with milk in it, why not eat Cheerios with milk in it? No difference at all. So,
2 questions. One person is asking, what are you on Instagram? Living on a Dime, right?
Mhm.
And someone else on the, I forgot what it was, on the fried bread recipe. Did you put milk in that?
yes, I did.
Okay, you did. Okay.
Yep.
I
So one of the ways we do is by stocking up on dry goods and stuff. You can see, here's my pantry right there. That's what my pantry looks like.
Oh, it's messy.
Can you see? Messy?
No,
Well, I
it's-
thought it was actually pretty good myself.
It's pretty good.
Here's my freezer.
For the regular. Oh my, that's.
So there's my freezer. So I
That's
have
stuff.
about $700 worth of food in my freezer that I paid about $150 to $200 for it. I prefer to freeze for my stocking up because it's just easier for me. I don't have to worry about canning anything. I don't have to worry about dehydrating anything. Mom likes to dehydrate, so she'll dehydrate some stuff for us. But for me, I throw everything in freezer bags and put it in the freezer. And the one question is, when you stock up, aren't you afraid that if you lose power, you're going to lose all that money? Yes, that is a real possibility. But if that happens, keep your freezer closed because most power outages are less than 48 hours and everything will stay good in there for 48 to, what's 3 days worth of 72 hours. If your freezer stays closed, it'll probably be good up to 72 hours. For us, when we had a 10-day or 2-week, I can't remember, power outage in Wichita.
It was below freezing in the house.
It was winter.
So we just opened the freezer.
So we just opened the freezer and it just all stayed frozen because it was out in the garage. And then our house had no power, so if we would have just opened our, in the house. So I personally don't worry about it because here's the thing. I save so much money using my freezer that if I had a power outage and I did lose everything in my freezer, I still, over the long haul of the last 25 years, have saved tens of thousands of dollars by stocking up and using in the freezer, okay? So that's kind of the short version for stocking up for me.
That is not stale bread, right?
No.
Somebody's asking if it was stale bread.
No, the date is August 23rd. It will last a week past. That's the sell-by date, not the best-by date. So they have, by August 23rd, it's not going to matter for me anyway because it's going straight into the freezer and I just pull a loaf out as I need it.
We smart.
What? Oh, Joanne asks, will that bread go into the freezer as is? Yes.
Yes, I just throw it straight in like that.
And it works fine. We just take it out and it defrosts. The thing about the bread is it's so thin it defrosts really quickly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay, so next. Another way to save on groceries is portion control. Now, you guys know Mom and I harp on this all the time. And we have viewer after viewer that has been emailing us saying, I lost 30 pounds. I lost 40 pounds just by cutting what I eat in half because you're just flat out eating too much food. Now, I'm going to focus on kids for this portion of the portion control thing. But here's the thing, guys. When you pour cereal into your kids' bowls, put half the amount that you think they're going to need, okay? If there's milk left over, make them drink the milk that's in the bowl. There is no reason to be throwing away perfectly good food. If they're too full, you are giving them too much milk. And if they are too young that they cannot portion it to make it in half, then you need to be filling their bowl for them, okay? Next, the same goes with school lunches. Any lunches for kids. Stop, any dinners for kids. Stop giving your kids so much food. A rule of thumb that I used in my family is, should we tell them how the potatoes and carrots were just so filling the other night?
Hey, to my defense, I had a Rice Krispie before I ate
Oh, you did?
because it was one of my friend's birthdays.
So what I do for kids is, if they are 5 and under, be careful, that's really super hot. If they are 5 and under, they get 1 tablespoon of everything that is on for dinner. So an example would be, if we are having chicken with rice and vegetables and a fruit, or two different vegetable sides, whatever, I will give them a tablespoon of chicken, I will give them a tablespoon of rice, I will give them a tablespoon of broccoli, and then I'll give them a tablespoon of peaches. Then, when they've eaten all of that, then they can have more food. Or if it's something that they just despise, I will make them try a bite of the one thing, and if they eat everything else on their plate, they can have seconds for the other stuff, okay? School lunches. I was horrified when I went to take Jack to a field trip. Jack was horrified at the food that parents gave their kids.
They give them so much.
It was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, like they fill an entire lunchbox that's like this big.
Yeah.
With
There was a Capri Sun, there was a Lunchable, there was a Rice Krispie treat, there was a granola bar, there was a little fruit thing, and then there was another fruit packet thing.
And another Lunchable.
The kid was giving all the food away because he couldn't eat it. There had to have been $10, $11 worth of food in that one lunch for that little kid. And his parents are just throwing it all, well, maybe not $10. It was probably $5 or $6. And so stop giving your kids so much food. If they are leaving food on their plate, you are giving them too much food, and you need to cut it in half, and they can always go back for seconds. And then the rule in our house, come here. The rule in our house is if you don't eat everything on your plate for dinner, then
You can't eat anything for 2 weeks.
oh, stop. What's
That
the
would do
rule?
it.
What's the
Oh,
rule,
great.
Dave? What's the rule?
Can you please open that?
Not until you tell the rule. The rule
You
is
can't eat until, either the next meal or until the next day.
yes. So if they don't eat everything on their dinner plate, they do not eat anything until breakfast the next morning. I tried holding that food until the next day. That didn't work. So we just adopted the rule that if you don't eat your dinner, you don't get any snacks, nothing until breakfast. So that's what we do.
Somebody was noticing that Jack is so tall. Yes, they got a lot
Yes,
taller over the summer.
He has been growing and growing.
Jack is funny. And Crystal
Dude.
says you're funny, Jack.
The family thinks I grew taller, but I didn't grow very much taller over the summer.
Yeah, Dave looks like he got really tall, but he didn't really grow.
Actually, one quick thing on that. One time, we had a situation where Ellie was having trouble with lunch in school because the lunchroom was so noisy. So we were going with her. We were going to school and eating lunch with her in a separate room.
Yeah, we took her out of school
Oh,
to go sit.
I had
with-
that
But
situation too.
she didn't have a lot of lunch, and I was thinking, wow, that doesn't seem like very much lunch. And she ate half of it. And I thought, wow, I think I just am misunderstanding the amount, and I think a lot of parents do
Most
that.
parents do, yeah. And like with Jack, last year I was sending him a peanut butter sandwich, a small half-cup serving of fruit, and some like a granola bar or something like that. And he did at the end of the year say, Mom, it's not enough food for me for lunch. Can I get more food? Sure. So I added in, I can't remember what I added in last year, but I added in something else, and then I asked him the next day, I said, was that enough, or do you still need more? And he's like, oh no, that was good. That's a good amount, I can eat it all. And so just start low. They're not gonna starve. Parents have this thing where they think kids are gonna starve. They're not gonna starve, guys. This is America. The poorest, the absolute dirt poorest people are richer than a lot of the world. So they are
Probably
not
than
gonna
most of the world.
starve. So, okay, next. Any questions on that before I go to the next one?
I don't think so. I'm just kind of
Okay.
looking through what's
People
coming
really
up here.
misunderstand the use
Num-
of starve.
Yes, they do. Number 3, do not automatically throw out uneaten food. So, let's say your kids don't eat all their dinner. You can do a couple of things. If they liked the dinner, you can put the plate in a bag and put it in the fridge and save it for tomorrow for lunch. You can save it for mom or dad's lunch. If my kids don't eat all their rice or whatever, I'll put it in a container and then I'll eat it for lunch the next day. We are not germaphobes. You cannot be a germaphobe and worry about it if you have kids. I'm sorry. It's just ridiculous. This whole people, well, I'm not eating after him. I'm not eating after you. Okay, I'll kiss Mike, but I won't eat after him. That makes absolutely no sense. So,
But
we have
sharing
no
slime,
problem.
If we have a suspicion that somebody's getting sick,
Yes.
then that's a different story.
No, I do not eat
Yeah.
after them. We don't eat after each other if somebody's getting sick. But, people need to get over this whole germaphobe thing and get over it. Okay, now, let's see. Okay, number 3. Don't allow kids to drink or snack before they eat. So, don't put milk, don't put juice on the table for dinner, breakfast, lunch, whatever. That needs to be a snack by itself separate. Okay? First of all, parents are giving their kids way too much juice and milk. And I mean way too much juice and milk. 1 to 6-year-olds needs 4 to 6 ounces of juice a day. This is a 12-ounce cup. This is 3 servings of juice. Okay? 7 to 12-year-olds need to be given 1 8-ounce glass of juice a day. Once again, 12 ounces. So, watch your portions. Don't give them juice and milk with their dinner because then they don't eat dinner. They fill up on the juice and milk and then they don't eat dinner. We strictly at our house drink water, period. Occasionally we'll get soda on sale and we'll have a soda. Occasionally I'll find Kool-Aid on a sale, we'll have that. And then Mike and I drink tea and coffee. We drink no milk, no juice, usually. Now, if you guys saw before we left on our trip, it would have been March or something, I found orange juice for 99 cents for a carton. I did stock up on that. We get one of those out a week, and that's all we drink on for the week. So stop giving your kids milk and juice. That right there will save 1/3 of your grocery bill. I knew one family when I gave a talk one time. I used to do speaking engagements, and the lady came up to me later and she said, my husband and I and our 2-year-old go through a gallon of milk a day. I was like, honey, you need to stop that. That is ridiculous. There is no reason. We go through a gallon of milk every week to 10 days. There's no reason for it. So you don't need to be doing that. Okay, yes? Comments?
Oh, actually, her Ilian Harp says in France, one small snack a school day. Kids appreciate food. Yeah. In other words, not having so much.
Yes.
Well, it's funny because one thing that I noticed not being in the States for all the time that we were gone, I kind of got out of the habit of just grazing and snacking on things. And because nobody that was around us really did that.
Yeah.
So when we did eat the higher calorie things, it was kind of just a special thing.
Yeah. Okay. Oops, I lost count. What number am I on? Was that 4?
I wasn't listening to you counting.
Oops. Okay. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Oh, I just heard thunder, and I was wondering if this was an opportunity we might say, this morning we were having trouble with our internet, and it should be fine, but if we suddenly...
Oh, stop.
If we suddenly freeze, it would maybe be that. So, go ahead.
Okay.
Continue.
I think this is tip number 5. I lost count, but anyway, I didn't number them. I just started them. Stop making crazy expensive dinners. I saw a blog that was touting the fact that for their family of 5, they have $10 dinners, and it's less than $10. I don't know that I've ever, with the exception of Christmas and Easter, or Thanksgiving, I don't know that I've ever spent $10 on just a regular family meal. We always do $5 or less. And so stop using expensive ingredients like boneless, skinless chicken breasts when they're not on sale. I wait until they go $1.99 or $1.69 or less. That's a good price here in Colorado. You can get it for $1.49 in a lot of places. I like when mushrooms last week, if you saw on Instagram, Living on a Dime on Instagram, I shared my mushroom haul. They had pre-cut mushrooms, 99 cents for the batch. Normally they're $3.50 for us. So I got several of them, froze them, and then we'll be using those in omelets, skillet dinners, those kinds of things. So stop buying expensive food. Stop buying the prepackaged salads. Those are super expensive, and most of the time they go bad anyway. Stop buying things like soda. Stop buying things like juice and that kind of thing. None of that, all of that is expensive food that you just don't even need to buy in the first place, and you can do it without just eating beans and rice. I mean, you don't have to you don't have to live on beans and rice to only spend a couple of $100s a month on your grocery bill all over the U.S. We did that video before showing prices all over the U.S. And after we traveled to Europe, most of Europe too is fairly inexpensive also, with the exception of Norway.
You
So,
go, tourist.
After being in Norway, we know that you Norwegians have permission to holler about your grocery bill because you truly have a high grocery bill. But the rest of the country, and even the countries we saw, England, Ireland, Scotland, groceries were super cheap, just like they are here. So even Canada, Canada. So yeah. Okay, so that's my 5 tips for saving on your groceries and on your dinner. And we will take some questions. So if you have questions, put them in all caps so Mike can read it easier. And then while he's giving them to me, we'll go through our last questions.
A lot of people asking about your mom. Did you know she wasn't coming on today?
She forgot. I bet she forgot.
Oops. Should we call her while we're live? Just kidding.
Here, let's call her while we're live.
You don't know what she's going to say. Wow. Lisa says we're getting the value packs of Foster Farms chicken legs and thighs for 99 cents a pound.
Yep, 99 cents a pound is good.
Ooh,
Yep.
Lavender Lady says I saved $40 this week because I used your cookbook.
Ooh.
All right. That's the goal. We like to hear those things because we
That's great.
like to know it's making a difference.
Did you know we're live?
Oh no, it's Wednesday. Oh, I'm sorry, I'll get on there. Bye-bye.
Except we're almost done.
All your fans are asking.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I told you she forgot.
Elizabeth is asking, can you add water to the fry bread to make it dairy free?
Yeah, you probably, I don't know. You probably could. Sometimes the dairy helps it get a little fluffier. I don't know. It might work.
You were gone so long she got out of the habit, yes. Yeah, we don't know about cooking anything rare, Stormy. She was asking about prime rib. Let's see. I don't see a whole lot of questions.
I don't know that I've ever bought prime rib. Have I ever bought prime rib? I don't think I have.
Well, Kathy wants to know, what do you have to do to mushrooms to freeze them?
I don't do anything. I just put them in the freezer bag and freeze them.
Don't we usually slice them first?
Well, I slice them if I want them sliced, yeah. But if I want them whole, however, whatever state I want them in when they come out of the freezer, diced, sliced, whole, I put them in that state and throw them in there, and then they're already chopped up.
Lindsay asks, how much a week do you spend on your groceries? And I love your book.
A week? Well, we spend about $100 a week for 6 of us. That's food only, and I'm not being super careful. I have not been, since we've been earning more money, I have kind of let up a little bit, and I buy things like goldfish when they're on sale. We've been buying a little bit more soda.
Oh, everyone's saying they were missing Jill.
I will, yes, I will. Yep. Jamie wants to know, hi Jamie. Jamie wants to know, can you buy, is it save money to buy a half cow? Okay, so here's what happened on the half cow. Right before we left, I had a friend email me who grows cow. What do you call growing cows?
Raises them.
Who raises cattle and goats for meat. And she emailed me and said, are you interested in grass-fed, pasture-fed, all this fancy schmancy stuff, cow to go in? Do you want a quarter or half a cow? And I said, well, how much is it a pound? And she said, well, you can't really go by the pound. That to me is sign it's expensive meat. Now, I'm not saying it's not good meat. I'm sure it's very delicious. But I emailed back and I said, well, I kind of need to know what, how many pounds you get and what it costs for that, if nothing else. I said, because I don't ever spend more than $3 a pound on meat. So if it's more than $3 a pound, I probably won't do it. And she said, oh, no, there's no way I could even come close to that. So now we have other people that swear it's $1.50 a pound. That includes the feed, that includes the butchering and everything. I'm kind of skeptical of that. I have never heard it being less than $3 a pound ever. So it's one of those things where you've got to add up the cost. How much is it truly costing you in the end? And basically the easiest way to do that is to add up, let's say it's 250 pounds worth of meat and it costs you $1,000 for that, $1,000, let's say, make it easy. Let's say it costs you $1,000 for that 250 pounds of meat. That's what, five?
Sorry, tell me
Four.
again. I wasn't.
That's $4 a pound. I've never heard of it being really that cheap, but you just got to do the math. Okay, next. That
So
was
we're
the
getting-
long version of do the math.
We're getting a few more questions. Kathy, do you add taco seasoning to your hamburger meat, and if so, is it homemade?
I do, and yes it is, and we have a recipe in Dining on a Dime Cookbook right here, and we have a recipe on our website. Just type in homemade seasonings on the search, but Dining on a Dime Cookbook. The meat that I used today was already pre-seasoned, so that's why I did not add seasoning, and I forgot to mention that. That was my fault.
Cool.
Do you ever use rice, cauliflower in your tacos, and with what spices? I have not, but that is something that I would like to try.
What is riced cauliflower?
It's where they chop up cauliflower so that
Just little
it's
pieces?
like little pieces, and they use it for pizza crust. For a lot of keto people use it for pizza crust and
Oh, instead of...
low calorie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Our show times are 4:30 Mountain, Monday and Wednesday. That's 6:30 Eastern,
Yes.
and 12:30 in England, a.m.
Let's see.
I don't know why you would stay up that late, but whatever.
Yeah, Arlene says there's no way it could be under $3 a pound unless somebody backed out and paid for some of it already.
Yeah.
She says weird cattle farmers. Yeah, I would think
Those
that...
people that told me it was $1.50 a pound, I think they're doing their math wrong somewhere. I have never, ever, ever, when you add up the vet bills, when you add up buying the cow, when you add up the feed, when you add up the butchering fees, I have never seen it cheaper than about $3.50, $4 a pound ever. And I'm not into all that grass-fed, organic, whatever it is. If that's something that floats your boat, you go right ahead. But for me, I'm just gonna eat what's inexpensive. It's not doing anything to our health. We're fine. So yeah.
Actually, it's funny because Jean says lean ground is like $6 a pound around here in New York. Loved your comparison video. Lean versus regular is saving tons of money with that.
Yay!
Yay.
So in case you guys missed that show, I compared 70-30 beef to 90-10 beef, and it was cheaper to buy the 70-30 than the 90-10 and drain off the extra fat on the 70-30. So stop buying that expensive meat. It's not worth it.
Do you remember what the what the title was of the video you and Heidi did about saving on groceries?
I don't know, but it was just a couple of videos ago. I mean, it was
If you go
just a
to
couple.
our YouTube channel,
Yeah.
just click videos. You can go look back through the last
Recommend
several.
saving groceries when you do a delivery service. I mean, just buy what you need. That's what I do. So, I mean, I just go in. It's $8 for delivery here, which is a rip-off because it's only $2 to $3 over in England, Ireland, and Scotland. Americans are getting the shaft. And
For
so,
which one? What was
for
it?
delivery fees.
Oh, yeah. Oh, in Scotland, they had to drive like 30 miles.
Yeah.
And they only charged her for like a pound?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're getting ripped off here in America, but I love grocery savings. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Just buy what you need. Don't buy the generic, just what you normally do.
Tammy wants to know how many does the Navajo Tacos
It
recipe
serves
make?
6. And so depending on how big you make your taco, it's going to depend. But this is probably 6 or 8 shells.
Sorry.
Do I use zucchini noodles or butternut noodles? No, I don't. But I thought about it because we got some zucchini from the neighbor, so I might try that. I don't have the machine to make them into noodles, and I don't want to waste money buying it if I'm not going to like it.
Yay, Laundry Fluffer. Hello from Arkansas. I use your tips for school lunches and children are eating everything. Lunch packed is fun and easy now. Thank you for freeing me up from being fancy pants lunch packer.
Oh, Oh, that's a great one. A fancy pants lunch packer. We gotta remember that one. That's a good one.
Well, I honestly think going to field trips and seeing the kids with all the food and throwing it away, I think parents just don't realize the kids are throwing it away.
Yeah.
And I think going on a field trip is really brilliant in figuring that out.
How much do we spend on toiletries and supplies like paper towels, toilet paper, clothes, etc.? Well, okay, that's like a whole budgeting thing. But if you want a general rule for toiletries, like toilet paper and that kind of thing, about $50 to $75 a month. I use about 1 roll of paper towels per month, so I don't really buy paper towels. We use rags instead. Clothes, we spend about $50 a month on clothes and shoes now. It used to be $25, but now that the kids are getting older and bigger, like BJ, well, we don't buy, he's an adult now, getting ready to move out on his own, our baby. Anyway, he's been living at home, working for the last couple of years, and so he's paid for all of his expenses since then, but he is a size 14, so I had to up our budget a little bit to accommodate when we were buying his shoes for that. So yeah.
Summer is asking, with the grocery delivery, are the delivery grocery prices the same as what you'd pay in the store?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And in fact, sometimes you get a better deal because if you order something and they don't have it, they'll give you the fancy thing for the same price.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They kind of make it in your favor because they don't want to have to, work it out when you're there at your house.
Yeah. If anybody wants to leave zucchini, Ellen said, lock your cars. It's zucchini season. Hey. You can drop it by my house. I love zucchini, and it's so expensive in the store. My plants all failed this year for obvious reasons because I wasn't here to tend them.
When we came back, the weeds were like 7 feet tall.
I got 4 squash, and we have 2 pumpkins, and that's all we got. But I had started all this stuff before we planned the trip, so anyway, yeah. All right.
Do you want to see anything else, or?
Let's see. What else do we got here? Any other questions? Keep going. What do we got? Anybody say how much they love us because we're just so much wonderful and they just can't live without us? Just wondering.
Oh, hey, yeah. A lot of people said that at the beginning.
Kidding.
Hey, Pamela, it would be just a little while back. We shot a lot of videos before we went and then released them as we were gone. So it looked like, it was supposed to sort of look like Tara was still not completely gone.
Well, yeah, we had said that we had pre-recorded them, and we've only got like 3 more coming out next week, and 2 of them are going to be our big controversial ones. Probably have to close the comments on that one.
They weren't meant to be controversial, but I think.
But you know me, I like to cause controversy. Here's what's so funny, is I cause controversy, and I'm not even meaning to cause controversy. We get back from our trip and Heidi's like, do you realize you have like 25 response videos to such and so video? And I'm like, what? So why? And she's like, well, everybody's all up in arms. I'm like, you got a leg cramp? So anyway.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you need me to rub it?
No, I got it.
So Mike just got a leg cramp.
That was weird.
Oh my goodness.
That's a first on the show.
Okay, so are you okay?
I hope so.
All right. Let's see. How is the next book coming along? Actually, it's coming along great. Heidi and Janelle finished typesetting and testing the recipes and that. So we got all that. Are we still doing the live cooking shows? Yes, we have changes coming, but that does not include cutting the shows. We are keeping the 2 shows a week. And that, where do I usually buy my pet supplies? Buster gets Rachel, he has to be grain free, so he gets Rachel Ray dog food from Walmart, and it works great for him.
Some people were asking about Buster. When we were gone on the trip, he was really not doing very well, even though BJ was here with him. When he came back, he was like a springy young dog, jumping all around and getting all excited for like 2 hours.
Yeah. And then, I don't know how you say that name, Frugal.
Go.
Go Frugal. Oh, good grief. That's funny. Okay, when you see a tree loaded with fruit, do any of you knock on the door inquiring about the fruit for free? I have filled the car. Yes, I have done that. And actually, there is, and I need to go in about 3 weeks, there is a test plot for trees over in our area that I ran into just by accident, and they were letting all the fruit fall to the ground and rot. So I head over there and fill up several boxes of apples for their test apples. Yeah.
Actually, a lot of times people don't care because they don't really know what to do with their fruit
Yeah.
trees. So that's brilliant to ask.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike's leg cramps. Yeah. All right.
I was trying to be quiet about it. Like, oops, I gotta go.
Yeah. All right. Where did I get your freezer? This last one we got from Lowe's. If you guys remember, in June of was it last year already? Oh wow! Has it been a year? Wow. Okay. For when we had to replace the fridge. So we had a time. I think it was last summer. Wow! I can't believe it's a year already. When literally every single appliance in our house went out. Everything went out. The microwave, the refrigerator, the stove had an issue, the washer and dryer, and our freezer all had issues. Now, we were able to fix the washer and dryer and the stove, but we had to replace the microwave, freezer, and fridge.
And what was the learning opportunity we had?
The learning opportunity, I don't know if this is the same one, but we think it was lightning, and we should have claimed on our house insurance, and we didn't know. Yeah, until our viewers started saying, well, wait a minute, those all went out at the same time. Did you have lightning? And we were like, well, yeah. But it didn't occur to us at the time that was what it was, because we have lightning, oh my goodness.
All the time.
Almost every day in the summer. I mean, almost.
But no rain.
Yeah, like 4 to 5 times a week we have lightning with no rain here. So, you know, lightning's nothing big for us, so.
It's funny, I forgot who said about Mike having exercise on the holiday. Actually, we were walking so much everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, we were really walking a lot when we were there. Okay, so... All right. Oh, thanks, Alice. No, we're not home early. We got home last week. Made it home. Well, yeah, last week.
Yep, last Tuesday.
Yeah, last week. So, made it home early. Okay, guys, please check out our Dining on a Dime cookbook. We have them in the garage, but until we can see if the shipment made it without them being damaged, they are still back ordered until September 1st. And Mike's going to spend a couple of hours tomorrow opening every box of books. And let me just mention, we have like 1,200 books out there.
14.
14. Who's counting?
1,416.
I was looking for new printers today. So, because I'm like, this is ridiculous. So, anyway, yeah. Like, subscribe, and share. Visit us at livingonadime.com.
Thanks
while
a lot,
you can.
everyone. Ooh. Oh, it's not the way it sounds. So,
We'll see you guys later.
she's throwing out crazy hints.
Or is it the way it sounds? Maybe.
Bye.
You never know.
Thank you.